welcome to Ops on Cloud. Today we will discuss about the interview questions for the follow-up video that we had with Cloud Computing Demystified Part 1. So let's jump in. Though the questions look simple, but we'll try to answer those questions with the perspective of experienced cloud engineer or a cloud architect um, as part of techno managerial interview questions. So let's start with a simple question that would be asked. Can you define cloud computing in your own words and how does it differ from traditional on-premises IT infrastructure? Let's define what the cloud computing is actually. It's a delivery of computing resources basically. It includes servers, network, storage, databases, and software over the internet on a pay-as-you-go basis. See, unlike traditional on-premises IT, where capital expenditures and manual hardware management dominate, cloud computing provides a flexibility of on-demand scalability, whereas it provides agility and a global reach with minimal upfront investment. And it helps us to shift the responsibility for infra management to specialized providers like AWS, Azure, thereby allowing organizations to focus on innovation and strategic initiatives. Moving on. So, what are the primary reasons that businesses decide to move to the cloud? And how do these reasons impact their overall strategy? Okay. Usually, businesses migrate to the cloud to achieve enhanced agility, cost efficiency, and scalability. By this eliminates the need for heavy upfront investments in hardware so that companies can quickly adapt to market demands, deploy the conceptualized new applications, and scale resources on demand dynamically. The cloud also offers improved disaster recovery, global accessibility, and the ability to leverage advanced services such as AI and ML, which collectively drive innovation and competitive advantage. Ultimately, this transformation allows organizations to focus on core business functions and strategic growth rather than routine IT management. Here, you need to stress on the advantages that you would get by migrating into cloud. Moving on, can you explain the differences between public, private, hybrid, and multi cloud environments and give scenarios where each might be the best fit? So we need to try to understand here. The interviewer would be, trying to know whether you know the basics of different level of cloud offerings out there, and also trying to test the knowledge of how you can apply that knowledge for the given situations. So it's important to understand what's the difference here. So public cloud services are offered by third-party providers like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google on a shared infrastructure where they have the data center spread across the global and are ideal for workloads with variable demand or businesses seeking rapid scalability at lower cost. Whereas private clouds, in contrast, are dedicated to a single organization, which provides enhanced control, security, and compliance for sensitive data. However, hybrid clouds combine both models, you know, running mission critical workloads in a private environment while also leveraging public cloud for less sensitive, scalable applications. Again, the multi-cloud strategies involve services from multiple providers where you can use both Azure and AWS together for your workload, which can help avoid vendor lock-in and allow organizations to select best of breed services based on workload specific requirement. For example, if you have a software which is also an customer, it has a front end facing uh, several users. At the same time, you also have a huge amount of data where you need the analytics. The organization can choose Azure as an infrastructure standpoint for your web application, and for the enormous data that he has, which he wants to analyze, they can use Google Cloud Provider big data offering to do the analysis and have that control. So, for example, a financial institution might choose a private cloud for secure transactions, right? Well, at the same hand, it can also use public cloud for customer facing digital services. So this is one of the scenario. What do you consider the most significant benefits and challenges of cloud adoption for enterprises? See, one of the more significant benefits of cloud adoption is cost optimization, and it enables enterprises can convert capital expenses into operational expenses while benefiting from on-demand scalability and high availability. Additionally, cloud can also accelerate time to market for new applications and support global expansion. However, challenges include ensuring robust data security and managing compliance with industry regulations, especially in highly regulated sectors like banking, health insurance. There is also the complexity of integrating legacy systems with cloud services and like mainframes and TPF transaction processing facilities mainframes and managing multi-cloud environments. This requires a well-defined governance strategy and a team of experts and architects to implement these. So, could you share an example from your experience where migrating to the cloud led to a tangible business transformation? Here, you need to prepare. Should have already prepared yourselves with a few example from your work experience and how you adapted cloud and how the migration has helped uh, transform your business. What are the parameters you capture, key parameter that you have captured after the migration, what benefits you have arrived at. So let's go with an example. We can explain in a recent project, we migrated a legacy e-commerce platform. I mean, this is an example. You can say what are the project that you have had experience with. So legacy e-commerce platform to a cloud native architecture. This transition not only reduced operational cost by about 40%, but also dramatically improved performance by leveraging auto scaling during peak periods. So this is one of the feature that helped the migration of the e-commerce platform. Additionally, the new architecture enhanced the disaster recovery capabilities and reduced downtime. So it is reduced downtime and RTO and RPO has been met with the benchmark that has been designed, which translated into better customer satisfaction and increased revenue. Finally, the success of this migration provided the business with the agility to introduce new features more rapidly. It gave confidence to the customer to innovate rapidly, illustrating the strategic value of embracing cloud technologies. How does cloud computing enable companies to innovate and scale more rapidly compared to legacy systems? If you have observed, the answers for these questions lies on the benefits of cloud adoption, but in a different perspective. How would you put forth your answers? Again, the cloud computing provides a highly flexible environment where resources can be provisioned or deprovisioned almost instantly. With the help of infrastructure as code, this is very much possible. In a, it is very scalable and possible. This on-demand capability fosters rapid experimentation and innovation. So companies can actually do an POC, FOKs, and can launch pilot projects without significant upfront cost. Moreover, it offers a rich ecosystem of managed services like PaaS services from advanced analytics to AI and IoT that can be seamlessly integrated into applications. This flexibility combined with global infra ensures that applications can scale efficiently to meet user demands, thus, reducing latency and improving performance in ways that legacy systems simply cannot match. That is evident, right? With the basics that we know. So, next question. What are some common misconceptions about cloud computing, and how would you clarify these during an interview? One common misconception with my experience is that cloud computing is inherently less secure than traditional on-premise solutions. In reality, top cloud providers invest heavily in state-of-the-art security measures such as encryption, advanced threat detection, and compliance certifications. Another myth is that the cloud is only suitable for large enterprises. In fact, cloud services offer scalable solutions for businesses of all sizes, providing flexibility and cost efficiency. Clarifying these points involves explaining the shared responsibility model and demonstrating how well architected cloud environments can achieve both high performance and robust security. These are some of the common questions that you would be asked during pre-sales pitch, or when you're trying to help business adapt to cloud. These are some of the common questions. Everybody is scared about their data, so we need to know the security benchmarks and security offerings that the cloud providers adapt. We have to be well versed with that, and we have to present it in a way which gives confidence to the business on to go with the cloud transformation. How do you approach ensuring data security and regulatory compliance when transitioning to or operating within the cloud? This is an important question that would be asked not only during the interview, also during your day-to-day activities when you are dealing with different businesses as well. So, ensuring data security in the cloud usually begins with understanding the shared responsibility model. You should be aware of the RASM matrix, where the provider secures the infrastructure, while it is the responsibility of the customer to manage access controls, whom to give access through authorization and authentication and data governance. So I can say that I employed a multi-layered security strategy that includes encrypting data both in a transit and at rest, implementing strict identity and access management controls, and regularly conducting security audits and take actions necessarily. Additionally, I align cloud deployments with regulatory frameworks such as GDPR, HIPAA, or PCI DSS, using compliance tools and continuous monitoring to ensure that the cloud environment meets all necessary standards and mitigates risk. What key advice would you give to organizations embarking on their first cloud adoption journey to help ensure a smooth transition? I recommend starting with a comprehensive assessment of current workloads to identify those best suited for the cloud. This helps me to understand what is the cloud migration model that I need to adapt. So, begin with a pilot project to gain practical insights and validate the benefits before scaling up. Invest in training and upskilling your team to manage cloud technologies effectively and establish a clear governance framework to oversee security, cost, and performance. Finally, I align my cloud strategy with overall business objectives. This will ensure that your transition supports strategic goals and minimizes disruption to your core operations. Can you describe a scenario where you had to choose between a public, private, or hybrid cloud strategy? What factors influenced your decision? In one scenario, we were tasked with modernizing an application that handled both sensitive financial transactions and high volume customer interactions. I was involved with a financial institution project where the user data was huge, but the customer interactions were minimal, which actually needed a web application. So, for the sensitive components, we opted for a private cloud to ensure stringent security and compliance. Meanwhile, the customer facing parts, which required rapid scalability during peak traffic, were deployed on a public cloud. This hybrid approach allowed us to balance the need for security with the benefits of scalability and cost efficiency. These decisions were driven by factors such as data sensitivity, regulatory requirements, performance needs, and the overall business confidence and strategy. So these are some of the questions when which would be discussed during cloud senior cloud engineer and architect interviews with a techno managerial perspective. So we will see more of such questions and answers in the upcoming videos. Thank you and subscribe.